The holographic display flickered to life in the command center of the Jothic Dominion's flagship, casting an eerie blue glow across Ambassador Jennifer Park's face. She stood perfectly still, her expression unreadable, while beside her, Commander Alex Torres clenched his jaw so hard she could hear his teeth grinding. "You have 48 of your Earth hours to vacate the Kepler 442 system," High Executor Vralkesh announced, his four mandibles clicking with what the translation matrix interpreted as contempt. "The Dominion claims this territory under the right of superior might. Any resistance will be met with immediate annihilation." Jennifer tilted her head slightly, a gesture the Jothic would not recognize as dangerous. "High Executor, with all due respect, humanity has maintained a research colony on Kepler 442b for 17 years. We have legal claim under the Galactic Accord of—" "The accord applies only to recognized species," Vralkesh interrupted, his segmented body undulating with what passed for laughter among his kind. "Humanity has existed in our galaxy for barely a cosmic moment. You are children playing with toys you do not understand. The Jothic Dominion has conquered 47 star systems. We have erased civilizations that were ancient when your species was crawling from the oceans." "I see." Jennifer's voice remained calm, almost pleasant. "Then I suppose negotiations are concluded." Vralkesh's sensory stalks quivered. "You accept our terms?" "No," Jennifer said softly. "I'm informing you that as of this moment, the United Earth Coalition considers the Jothic Dominion's demands an act of war." The translation matrix struggled for a moment before producing what could only be described as derisive laughter. "War? You declare war on us?" Vralkesh's image expanded in the hologram, his massive form dwarfing the two humans. "We have weapons that can crack planets. Our fleet numbers in the thousands. What do you have, Ambassador? A handful of primitive vessels and delusions of adequacy?" Alex stepped forward, his hand instinctively moving to his sidearm before Jennifer's subtle gesture stopped him. She pulled out a slim data tablet and began entering commands. "Commander Torres, please transmit authorization code Sierra November 77 to Earth Command." "Belay that order!" Vralkesh roared. "You will surrender the system immediately, or—" "High Executor!" Jennifer interrupted, her voice cutting through his rage like a scalpel. "Has your intelligence briefing on humanity been thorough? We know everything we need to know about your pathetic species." "Then you know about our history of warfare?" "Primitive conflicts between tribes of your kind. Irrelevant." Jennifer smiled, and it was not a pleasant expression. "Let me educate you. Humanity has been at war with itself for approximately 10,000 years. We have fought over resources, ideology, religion, territory, and sometimes just because we were bored. We have developed thousands of ways to kill each other, from stone axes to thermonuclear weapons." She tapped her tablet, and new data began streaming across the holographic display. "We nearly exterminated ourselves 6 times before we achieved interstellar flight. 6 times, High Executor, and each time we not only survived but came back more dangerous than before." Vralkesh's mandibles clicked dismissively. "Your species' self-destructive tendencies do not concern us." "They should," Alex interjected, his voice low and cold. "Because we learned something from all that killing. We got really, really good at it." Jennifer continued, her fingers dancing across the tablet. "The Jothic Dominion has conquered 47 systems over 3,000 years. Impressive. Humanity colonized 22 systems in 50 years while simultaneously maintaining a fragile peace among ourselves. Do you know why we stopped at 22, High Executor?" Vralkesh said nothing. "Because we decided that making more weapons of mass destruction was more important than making more colonies. For the past 15 years, while you've been expanding your borders, we've been preparing for the day we met someone like you." The data on the holographic display shifted, showing schematics that made even the Jothic's superior pattern recognition systems struggle to comprehend. weapons platforms that folded space-time, self-replicating autonomous combat drones, relativistic kinetic impactors, quantum entanglement bombs that could detonate simultaneously across multiple star systems. You see, High Executor, humanity has a saying, if you want peace, prepare for war. We wanted peace so badly that we prepared for war like no species in this galaxy ever has. Every horror we inflicted on ourselves, every nightmare weapon we designed to kill our own kind, we scaled it up. Vralkesh's stalks began to droop slightly. This is a bluff. No species would be so insane. That's where you're wrong, Alex said, stepping beside Jennifer. Every species you've conquered was sane. They were rational. They calculated the odds and surrendered when the math didn't work out. But humans, he laughed bitterly. We're the species that split the atom and immediately thought, how can we weaponize this? We're the species that looked at the Cold War doctrine of mutually assured destruction and said, yeah, that seems reasonable. Jennifer's tablet chimed. Authorization code confirmed, Ambassador. Earth Command is awaiting your orders. She looked directly into the sensor array transmitting to Vralkesh. High Executor, I'm going to give you one chance. 1. Withdraw from the Kepler 442 system. Issue a formal apology to the United Earth Coalition and agree to a non-aggression treaty. You have 12 hours. And if we refuse? Vralkesh's voice had lost its certainty. Then you'll discover why humanity is still alive despite trying to kill itself for 10 millennia. You'll learn what happens when a species that has survived extinction-level wars, nuclear holocaust, biological plagues, and climate catastrophe decides you're the enemy. You'll understand why the deadliest predator humanity ever faced was humanity itself. And we won. Jennifer's finger hovered over the tablet. 47 systems, High Executor. We can glass every single one of them before your fleets even reach Earth. We have weapons you can't imagine, and tactics your analysts won't predict because they're not rational. They're human. The hologram flickered as Vralkesh recoiled. You would sacrifice your own colony? If necessary, Jennifer said without hesitation. We've done worse to ourselves. But the real question is, are you willing to risk everything you've built over one system? Because I promise you, if this becomes a war, the Jothic Dominion won't just lose, it will cease to exist. The silence stretched for 30 seconds. Then Vralkesh's image collapsed slightly, his mandibles drawing inward, a gesture of submission. We will withdraw. But know this, Ambassador Park. The Dominion will remember this humiliation. Good, Jennifer said coldly. Remember it every time you consider threatening humanity. Remember that you declared war on the deadliest species in the galaxy and wisely chose to surrender. The hologram winked out. Alex exhaled slowly. You know we're going to have to back up those threats now, right? Jennifer smiled grimly. Oh, we already have, Commander. We just never told anyone how much we'd prepared. After all, the best weapon is the one you never have to use. She looked out the viewport at the stars beyond, where Kepler 442b hung like a blue jewel in the darkness. But if we do have to use them, well, at least the galaxy will know why humans survived this long. Because we're too dangerous to kill, Alex finished. Exactly, Jennifer said. Congratulations to the Jothic Dominion. They just avoided becoming the first species to learn that lesson the hard way. End.